So today we are going to look at the Silverstone ML03 ML03. Now this is an entry-level HTPC case. Got it off Mighty Ape for a HTPC project. I'm downsizing my computer. Thought I'd have a look at it and open it up. We just have a picture of the front of the unit. On the right side it gives you specs and a whole bunch of other languages that aren't English. Nothing very interesting. On the back of it, nothing interesting either. But on the left side is where it gets interesting, so it gives you full specs over here. So it supports micro ATX and mini ITX. 5 1/4 external, you've got one slot, and on the inside you've got room for one 3.5 inch bay and two 2.5 inch. You've got four 80mm fan slots. This is a low profile case, so it's got low profile PCI and one full size PCI up the top for like a utility, so that's like a, maybe like a fan controller or LED controller or something like that. You've got two front USB 3.0 ports, one audio and one microphone, and it supports standard ATX power supplies and the recommended depth limit of 140mm, and the dimensions are 44 centimeters wide by 10.5 centimeters high by 34 centimeters deep. Righto, let's crack into it. I suppose I better get something to cut it with. Keys will do. It's actually a bit smaller than I expected. Now I ordered this directly from the supplier, manufacturer, sorry, but it only took 5 days to get here, so that's not too bad. We open it up. Some pretty basic packaging. We've got a box of accessories. It's a little bit squashed, but oh well. There's probably nothing important in there really. And the case. Two basic hard cell style foam. Not the best, but yeah. Looks like it got here intact apart from the box. A little bit of breakage here, but in the plastic, but oh well. So here we are. So this is entry level once again, so it's like not the most expensive steel, but yeah, it gets the job done. The front looks very nice with this sort of plastic style aluminum finish. Power and reset, 2 USB 3, headphone microphone, slot for your 5 1/4 inch DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. You've got good ventilation up the top over the CPU area. To the left hand side, you've just got some basic ventilation. And then to the right hand side is where you have your room for the four 80mm fans. Okay, at the back you've got room for your motherboard, that's the utility, four low profile expansions, and your power supply. Let's see if we can get in this thing. There's no thumb screws, so I'll have to take off the I'm gonna go find a screwdriver. Now that I found a screwdriver and got those screws off, we can have a look at the inside of the unit. If I can figure out how to get this off with one hand. There we go, so you sort of just have to give it a little push. And there we have the inside of the unit. Now obviously the powder coating doesn't go all the way through into the inside of the chassis, but it's alright in my opinion, because you know, once it's loaded up you're not going to really see the inside that much. I'm not sure what that is, but you've got a nice strong brace bar in the middle here in case you wanted to stack this on top or underneath of any of your other AV equipment, you know, sort of like in your... Oh, one thing to note is this side support here is a bit loose. I'm going to have to re-screw that, but that's no big deal. And one of the complaints I've seen online with Amazon especially is this being such a small case, they have very long leads, and people are frustrated that the leads are so long and that they shouldn't be really, but I'm sure that's not a big deal. Yeah, so this is where you put your power supply. You got 4 low profile expansions, in which I'm going to be ordering a 1050 Ti for this unit, because that's at the moment, February 2017, is the best performing low profile that you can buy. So I'll be getting a 1050 Ti to go in this unit to match my i7-3770. Yeah, so we have the 5 1/4 inch here. I'm going to be putting a DVD drive in here because this is going to be like a home theater type unit. But if you don't want a DVD drive, you can install up to 2.5 inch either laptop hard drives or SSDs up here instead of the DVD drive. Or you could take this out entirely, it just unscrews. Let's see, oh, and underneath, if you were to take it out, there are screws in there, I think, for an additional 2.5 inch. Or you could just fill this top bay up and still have another 2.5 inch under there, maybe your boot SSD or something. And this little plastic doohickey over here is where your 3.5 inch drive gets mounted. And I think, no, yes. So you could either put a 3.5 inch up here or another 2.5 inch. And on the side here, this on the, what is it? This will be the right side. This is where your 4 80mm fans will go. So I've ordered 4 80mm Noctua Redux fans to go on the side here. And to suit my CPU, I ordered a Noctua LN9 something 65. Don't quote me on that, but it should be quite good. I will take a look at that when it gets here. And yeah, just a quick overview of this home theater style PC case, entry level, but I think it'll do alright. One last thing to note, I forgot the box of accessories. So it's a little bit squashed, but that's fine. And we'll just take a quick look at what you get. You get a USB 3 to USB 2 internal header plug thing, so if you've got an older motherboard like me, I already bought one of these separately because I needed one, but if your motherboard doesn't support USB 3, you can use this to adapt the internal cable, and you can still use the front panel USB 3s on your older motherboard. They'll just be at USB 2 speed, so you get one of those. You get a little cable management clip sort of thing. I believe this is the dust filter that goes on the top over the CPU if you want to have it as like an intake or something that's available for you. Bag full of screws and 5 more plastic reusable cable management tie thingies. That's a nice touch because I just always have a bag of cable ties lying around and I'm constantly going through them, but the fact that they're reusable is a nice touch. And you get the ML03 series manual, which is package contents, different options for the layout, and it's just that in multiple languages. Sweet, I'll see you in the next one.